Hi everybody, I just want to do a quick video about surviving in a DayZ environment where there could be, or there is, lots of snipers around, or even, well, people with ARs or submachine guns, people who want to shoot you where you're inside a building. Because there's certain advantage we can use in defensive situations in third-person perspective, which we play DayZ, and that maybe if you don't play competitive multiplayer shooters you might not be that aware of. So let's imagine we've been shot at by a sniper from a way away. We've run into this house. You know, we're not quite sure where they are. Maybe they're using a suppressor. And so we've got all these windows, but maybe we're keen on returning fire as well. You know, we do want to kill them, so you know, so we've got our weapon out. In this case, all I've got in this build is a nice pistol. But you need to be very, 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 very careful about how you look through windows. And the rule of thumb is that if you go into first-person mode, if you can see them, they can see you. Okay. So you'd be tempted when you're in situations like this, you know, to have a look out the window and have a look round like this. And but trust me, if you're doing this, they can see you and they will kill you. With the sniper rifles, they can kill you with one shot, which is obviously you don't want. Especially again in situations like this, where you see where there's all this high ground up here. They can clearly see into the room from either side, so it's a very dangerous situation. And just relying on, well, they've got to shoot through a window isn't good enough, because if they see your silhouette, which they will do, you know, you're dead. So this is where you have to use third-person perspectives to do. And basically what happens with the third-person perspective, we take advantage of the camera. So if I'm standing here like this, gazing intently into this bookshelf, if we go to first-person view, you can see, I mean, there's a little slither there and a little slither there, but basically it'd be very difficult for them to see me out of the window. So if we go back to third person, but you can see that I can see, especially if I lock the camera, I can see all around like this. So if somebody was running up to the house, I could see them, and yet all they would be able to see is that tiny slit there and that tiny slit there. So this is taking advantage of the third person perspective camera. And we could do the same over here. If I stand here and then go into first person, tiny slit there, tiny slit there, and yet if I go into third person and lock the camera, I can look around, I can see all those spaces of people virtually 180 degrees if someone was trying to approach the my building. And then if you see them, you can get into a situation where you can pre-aim. Let's say they were there, you can pre-aim, can't you? And then you can boop, boop, and you can peek out like that. Now it's not particular. Anything in this bag? No. So that's one example. The other thing you can do is, and this works better in buildings that have lower windows. For example, the control tower in the airport. We do this a lot in PUBG. Is because when you're moving around as well, I'm here as I'm moving around, they probably couldn't see me because these windows are quite high, but in other buildings they're lower. Get on your belly and crawl around, and with lower buildings with lower windows, you can kind of do it here a little bit. Lock that camera and you can look around, and you're totally out of line of sight here. Because trust me, if there's a sniper out there with a good scope on their sniper, and the reason why they're firing at you is because they've got a good scope on their sniper rifle, all they need is a fraction of a second, and they will be pre-aiming the windows. So they'll see where you've looked once, and they'll be pre-aiming that, waiting for you just to put your head around and look out. So whenever you're in a sniper-rich environment, always take advantage of third-person perspective camera like this, so you can look around. See, I can see up that hill, can I, fairly easily. If you look at the right window, I can scan all around that hill. I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's a lot safer. Let's say if I get up here, get right up against this wall, lock that camera, and you can look all around without exposing yourself to those nasty snipers, rather than kind of looking around like this. Because even if, say, you did something like even if you do stuff like this, you're exposing your head and you will get shot. There we go. So hopefully that video will keep you alive a little bit longer when snipers are coming after you. Lock that camera, use your third person's perspective, and stay safe. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Remember, we've got the PlayStation 4 private server, so you can come down. If you're over 18, join the Discord, pay a little bit of cash to my Patreon, or become a YouTube gaming member of my channel, and come and join the fun on our channels. Brilliant, and I will see you again soon.